I found out that my grandmother passed away, but she was 85 years old, and she was up to trouble her entire life. And that's no small exaggeration either. For starters, she was a thief who stole a Coast Guard vessel with her brother Victor when they were 6 and 8 years old. And it happened to be a rowboat belonging to the first Puerto Rican Chief Petty Officer of the United States Coast Guard, Nora Gonzalez, who spotted the two little pirates and apprehended them shortly thereafter. She was a liar. When she was 16 years old, she met a handsome sailor and told him that she was 18. Luckily enough, he was a liar too. He was 24, said he was 22. And the two got married and spent the next 64 years together until his passing 6 years ago. She was a blasphemer for being excommunicated by the Catholic Church for wanting to go on birth control after having 4 children by the age of 24. She was a harlot. Where did I write? Man. All right, yeah. Becoming a go-go dancer in I'm not exactly sure on the timeline, but for the mafia in Philadelphia, just so she can get out of the house and make her own money. She was a brute, whom that gentleman had to bail out of jail 15 years ago for drunken disorderly conduct in the city of and assault in the city of New Orleans, of all places.
With cypresses?
Yeah.
With cypresses?
Well, yeah. New Orleans may be a lawless town. New Orleans may be a lawless town, but not at Harris. We're the wise. Yeah. But you know what, though? She was also principled. While working as a go-go dancer, some rich gentleman offered her everything. And she asked, could she still dance? Oh, settle down, queen. And then the man, horrified, looked back and was like, oh, no way in hell. She's like, well, you don't want me. You want a bird you can put in a cage. My husband allows me the freedom to be myself. She was tough as nails. 7 years ago, I could be wrong on the date, while we were in San Antonio, Texas in July, for my brother's graduation from the Air Force, we went to the Alamo. But she refused to go inside the Spanish mission, which had air conditioning. This was South Texas in July, and she refused to go in the church. So me and my brother waited outside in the shade with her until everybody else did.
Why doesn't she go in churches though?
Because she was excommunicated. You gotta pay attention.
And she has principles!
And she was principled. You gotta kind of keep it together. Come on, guys, pay attention. Yeah. Oh, all right. Well, she spent her last years smoking her cigarettes, having her drinky poos, and enjoying 4 generations for whom she was the matriarch, whom my grandfather served and happily waited for her to join him after his passing on Mardi Gras 6 years ago, where she left the Zulu parade to be by his side, holding his hand napping as he slipped into the beyond. As a dancer, she was Gigi, a name she resurrected when becoming a great-grandmother. But her given name was Nora, which lives on in my youngest daughter, who I have high hopes can be every bit as much of a thief, liar, blasphemer, harlot, brutish, principled, and tough, dangerous Puerto Rican woman. My grandmother may be dead, but she is alive in all of us.